In the name of Allah, hello my dear students in our distance learning by Mr. Mus'ad Sabir and the English supervisor Mr. Ahmed Shirbini. Al-House Private School for Boys. Traveler 2, Lesson 16, page 33, Vocabulary and Grammar. Okay, my dear students, let's go to your notes in this page. Again, you must open your notes and follow me. At first to read the words, then explain the grammar. Okay, let's start reading the words. Gesture, gesture, perfume, perfume, differently, differently, impressed, impressed, decoration, decoration, Belgium, Belgium, cheek, cheek, cheerfully, cheerfully, intrepid, intrepid, atmosphere, atmosphere. Okay, my dear students, let's go to the grammar. Our grammar is about reported speech in questions. We usually introduce reported questions with the reporting verb ask, and reported questions follow the word order of affirmative sentences. Let's look at this example. Why did he come back? This question is in direct. Why did he come back? He asked. When I want to change this into reported questions, I must say he asked me why he had come back. What happened in this sentence? Like I told you before, we must start with the subject, noun or pronoun, and because the direct question is a question, like I said, we must use the word asked. Then, if there is an object in the sentence or in the question, put the object after the verb asked, then join with the same WH word, like you see, why, and in the reported question we use the same WH word, why. And the pronouns must change to make the sentence correct. But here we don't change the pronoun he, because he is the same for the subject of the sentence, he. After that, we must change the past into the past perfect, like you see. Did come, change it into had come, and complete the sentence. Okay. If the direct question begins with a question where the reported question also begins with the same question where. Like I told you in this example. Here we use the same WH word to join the sentence in the reported question. Like you see in this example too, what are you doing? He asked. When I wanted to change it into reported question, like I told you, start with the subject pronoun and ask it, and if there is an object and the same WH word, what? Then we change the pronouns to make the sentence correct, and change the tenses from the present into the past, or from the past simple into the past perfect. And here is the tense is the present progressive, am or is or are plus verb ing, so we must change it into past progressive, was or were plus verb ing. If the direct question does not begin with a question word, the reported question begins with if or whether. We use if or whether if the question in the direct sentence or direct question starts with helping verb. Like you see in the example, did you enjoy dinner? He asked. When I wanted to change it into reported question, I start, like I told you, with the subject pronoun and asked, and the object, then we use if or whether. But why here we use if or whether? Because the question starts with the helping verb did. And then change the pronouns and the tenses, like you see, I had enjoyed dinner. When we change questions from direct to reported speech, pronouns, tenses, adverbs, etc. change in the same way as when we report statements. Like I told you, we must change the pronouns to make the sentence correct, and change the present simple into the past simple, present progressive into the past progressive, past simple into the past perfect, and the modal verbs in present into the modal verbs in the past. Like I told you this when I explained the reported statements. There is another kind in the reported speech. It's commands and requests. We commonly use tell when we report commands and ask when we report questions or requests. Sorry. The imperative changes to full infinitive or not plus full infinitive. And I told you the full infinitive must be with to plus infinitive, or in negative we use not to plus infinitive. Let's go to the examples to explain. Stay there, said the man. As you see in the example, this is a command. Stay there, it's instructions, because it's starting with the infinitive. So when I wanted to change it into reported speech, I must start with the man told or the man asked. Like I told you, we can use tell, and in the past to it becomes told, we use ask, and in the past it becomes asked. So here we start with the noun or the man and change said into told because it's followed by the object. But here we join the sentence with to. But why? Because the sentence in the quotation marks starts with infinitive. So in the reported speech, we must use to plus this infinitive to stay and complete the sentence. In the other example, don't take this away, please. He said, when I wanted to change it into reported speech, I start with the subject pronoun, like I told you, then asked or told, then the object. After that, we use not to. But why we use not to? I told you in negative, we use not plus full infinitive. So here in the direct speech or the direct sentence, it starts with don't plus infinitive. So in the reported speech, we must use not to plus this infinitive or the same infinitive and complete the sentence. But notice here, we change this into that. Like I told you before, there are some words or sometime expressions we must change, like this, that, like now, then, like yesterday, the day before, like tomorrow, the following day, or the next day. Okay, my dear students, this is our lesson for today. In the end, I'd like to thank you for your follow. I hope you repeated the words correctly after me and understood how to use the reported questions and reported speech in commands and requests. Thank you, and wait me in the next video with exercises page 34. Goodbye.